beloved motivators. I am Marlene. I'm the content creator of Marlene Motivates. And on this channel, I speak about motivation, inspiration, positivity, all of those things. All right, Boss Life Online, how are you doing? Welcome in. On this channel, I talk about motivation, inspiration, positivity, and all of those things. And today, motivators, I'm going to talk to you all about listen to negativity and you become it. Hey, Shay Love, how are you doing? Welcome. Today, I'm going to be talking about listen to negativity and you become it. One thing about people is people are always going to be themselves. People are always going to show up as their real self, okay? And we have to have enough courage to believe it, okay? People are going to be themselves. We can't make people do the right thing. We cannot make people act the right way, okay? We can't, no matter how much we want to. I tried it for many, many years. I tried to make people, or I tried to shift people into becoming better people. I try to shift people into learning to love themselves. I try to shift people into elevating and growing and progressing. But unless a person wants to change their bad habits, until a person is sick and tired of being negative, before they actually will. That's right, Shay. See, we can't make a person be positive. Ask me from experience, because I know this for sure. I tried for many, many years to shift people, try to make them be like me. We cannot make a person be positive. We cannot make a person do the right thing. We can't, okay? Because being positive, it's about our mental well-being, our physical health, just our overall well-being. And if we are not doing okay here in our mind, if we're not doing good in our physical person, we cannot be positive when everything around us is negative. See, it's about making a choice to love ourselves, and that's one thing that we had to learn. We have to learn that we have the choice. You do. You have the power of choice. You have the power to change. You have the power to heal. You have the power to mature. You have the power to elevate. All of it is in the power of your hand. All of it is in the power of your mind. All of it is in the power of you. But it's about us making a decision regardless of what is happening on the outside, no matter what other people are doing, no matter what other people are saying. I'm going to continue to be me. I'm going to shine my light. I'm going to be a good example. I'm going to mature and grow up. See, I didn't come from a background of people who were positive. I didn't. The people around me were very negative. My relatives, my parents, other people that I knew, people in my community, they didn't do better. All they did is complain about their life. They complained about other people. They gossiped about other people. See, but you have to want to change. I got sick and tired of that broke mentality. I see Gio is in the background. Let's welcome my guest co-host for today. Hey.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
Oh, okay then, because it might be getting ready to storm here,
Yeah,
but I'm
it's
here.
okay. You can stay as long as you can.
Okay.
Okay, so this is okay. Let me mute it, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself. Did you freeze, Gio? Well, this is Gio from Friends with Super's channel. I'm sure when she unfreezes, she'll come back and talk to us. But in the meantime, um, Gio is on Friends with Super channels, and she talks about all type of things. And we just had an awesome live stream talk about being a friend and how to be a good friend. So when she gets unfrozen, if she can, if she can't, it's okay. But I'm going to read the comment from Shay Love. She says, once we realize that we've been deceived thoroughly of their goodness, we can move forward. See, we have to understand that certain individuals are a part of the reason why we're deceived, part of the reason why we are put down, part of the reason why we can't elevate, why we cannot do certain things in our life is because there are certain individuals that are breaking us, bringing us down. Thank you so much, Gio, for the attempt. I know that you're having some Wi Fi issues. I appreciate it. We'll try again another day. But we have to understand, motivators, that the power lies with us. See, for many, many years, I didn't know that I had a choice. Hey, Gio, you back? It's okay if you it's okay if you if you can't. It's okay if you if it's not working.
Well, I don't know why it did what it did, but let's just keep going while I'm here.
Okay, it's okay. So I'm talking about listen to negativity and you become negative. So what are some of your thoughts on this? Because I was just saying that I think that a lot of us, we become negative in our life because of the people that are around us, and we don't think that we have a choice to change and become positive.
Well, if that's all you're around is negative people, then you're gonna think that's the norm. You know, like when I was growing up, and I it was what I saw, and then I started getting attracted to people that complain all the time and didn't see no other way. I didn't either because I didn't know no better. Okay, I was just a product of my environment until I went to therapy, and then that's when I hit rock bottom, and sometimes it takes that for people to hit rock bottom to find out that we need to do something different because what we've been doing don't work.
I was muted. I think that's what it's all about. A lot of times that we don't understand that we definitely have a choice. We have a choice in the matter, and we can do something different. And that's the thing about being a mature person. You can be an adult, but it doesn't mean that you mature. And so many people need to learn how to be mature. At least I did it. I didn't automatically, I was 18 to 21, and then I was mature. No, it didn't work that way for me. Maybe some people just grow up and they're mature and they do the right thing, but I needed time to be in my own skin. I needed time to heal. I needed time to say it's okay. What was happening to you before wasn't the right thing. The way people were acting, they didn't do right. A lot, a lot it goes into all of these situations. Hey, realist one. Oh, yeah, some ignorant people. Anytime you talk about becoming positive, there's always going to be a lot of people in the comment section that don't like it because people don't like when you talk about positive things. If you talk about something positive, they want to try to bring down your message, but we're not going to allow it. We're going to rebuke all of the negativity and we're going to keep stepping into the positive.
And I'm so glad you brought this up because that definitely was how negative people do. You know, if they don't like what you look like or see, you don't have on the right clothes or you're talking about something that's positive, you're going to always find people that's got something negative to say. No matter how positive you are, they always is going to find something
Mhm.
wrong with it. And that's how come they need to pray. I don't care if their God is a dog, okay, or a cat, or they're a motorcycle. I don't care. But if that is what is going to make you change, then you need to pray
Yeah.
because you cannot go around your whole life thinking things is going to happen for you when you're negative and when you hurt other people with your negative ways. That is not going to work, buddies.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's
Yeah.
not. Ask me how I know. Geo. has come a long way. I used to be negative, couldn't find no good in nobody, everybody out to get me.
Yeah.
Okay? But once I got myself together, went to therapy, gave my life to God, then I found out it wasn't them. It wasn't the other fault. It was me. So if you're coming up in here and you want to write something stupid, trust me, it don't bother us because I'm gonna keep wearing my wigs, baby.
I'm gonna I'm gonna keep doing me and being me. No, nobody can stop the message when the message and the fire is from the inside of you. Nobody can stop it. So let's, yeah, go ahead, Gio.
No, that's all I had to say was right, cause baby, pay my electric bill over here. Okay, and whatever I gotta do to pay it, wig, no wig, hair, straight, nappy, whatever, Geo go do it. So you might as well get your comments ready. But the only thing about it is that I will block you. So you might as well come in here being positive.
Yeah. Or you will be blocked and hidden.
Yeah.
So let's talk about get into this message, Gio. 6 ways that we can be positive in a negative world. Now we know that we live in a negative world, a negative society, and especially when it comes to social media, there is so much negativity and evil. Okay. We see it, the negativity and the evil in people that hide behind a mask, hide behind the avatar, hide behind being trolls. We see it here today. But we cannot let the negativity from other people stop us from being positive. So let's talk about 6 ways that we can be positive in this negative world. And then I'm going to let you chime in. Number one, practice mindfulness. I think that that's so important. We have to put it out there that I'm going to make a choice. I'm going to make my mind up to say I'm going to choose to be peaceful. I'm going to choose joy today. I'm going to choose to elevate. And that's what each and every one of us has to do. We have to make it a choice to say I'm going to make this a practice. It's a part of my day-to-day life.
Yeah, you have to choose. I'm on, I went through for almost a year. I've been going through with one of my channels, you know, and I could have chose to be negative about it and blame it all on YouTube and
Yep. Uh-oh, Gio, you're frozen. Gio, you're frozen.
I have a lot of gut enough to this. Okay, I learned. Okay,
Okay.
let me turn this way. Yes, it's me.
That's okay.
Okay, my sister.
That's okay, Gio. I appreciate you coming up. Thanks for coming up. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Hey, Sugar Love. How are you doing? Welcome in. I sure truly appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Um, and I want to go back to this statement. People like mess and chaos. Not over here, though. We don't do that. See, this channel is about peace, tranquility, elevation, personal growth. And you know what I found is that a lot of people don't like when you talk about elevation. People want you to be down. People want you to be complaining and talking about your situation and settling for less than you deserve. But I'm going to rebuke that over here because we're elevating, we're growing, we're stronger. We know our worth. We know what we deserve. We set boundaries. We talk about all of those things. So this message is for the people who are trying to grow. And I understand there are a lot of people out there that are ignorant. See, but we're not ignorant over here. We know better. We know our worth. We know we are stronger, and we're stronger together. See, I believe in unity over here. Unity, peace of mind, and strength. Okay. So let's get into point number two. What is 6 ways we can be positive in a negative world? Point number two, seek out new experiences. Now, I have to say that a lot of times we get into situations and we're having bad experiences back to back. I know it's happened to me. Bad experiences from friends, quote unquote, bad experiences from all types of people, right? When you see that you're not getting the desired outcome, the things that you want in your life, you have to seek out new experiences. You don't have to stay in your same community. You can go around different people. You can find out about different cultures, put yourself in different situations. We don't have to stay in the same situation. We don't have to be around the same people. You don't have to listen to the same things all the time. Seek out newness. That's the reason why we may be negative sometimes, because of the experiences that we have had in the past. I know I have some experiences that I had formerly kind of made me feel jaded. It kind of made me feel some type of way about myself, that I was less than because of all of that. And I want to say that to anybody who is experiencing that right now, whether it's live or you're watching in the replay. Oh, you're not late, realist. You're fine. Thank you so much. There's a lot of us that go through bad experiences, traumatic events, being backstabbed and jealous, and all of those things. But I'm here to talk about us moving past that. See, many of us go through negativity, and we listen to the negativity and we become negative, you know? We become negative because of our experiences. So don't let the negative from the outside get you to feel like you're less than on your inside. See, over here, we're growing. It's all good, Gio. It's all good. You gave the message that you needed to give while you gave it, and I appreciate you for that. It's so important that we seek out new experiences. We allow ourselves to be open to something different. Many times that we get scared because we introduce ourselves to something new, and then we think that that's weird or other people are weird when it's just something different. Allow yourself to experience something new. Allow yourself to learn about something else. Let's not be ignorant. I can speak from being up in that place, growing up, that you kind of look at other people who may be different from you, talk different from you, have a different language, have a different socioeconomic status, have more of this. And don't be intimidated because of a person's financial situation. Don't be intimidated because of a person's mental, intellectual abilities. Everybody has the the opportunity to learn things, to grow, to be better. We don't have to stay in the negative. We can elevate our mindset and be positive. See, over here, I talk about breaking generational curses. In my family, I broke a generational curse. For many, many years, we were always at odds against us, brother and sister against one another, my parents against and then just generations of brothers and sisters, aunties, uncles, cousins, grandparents, always at each other's necks. And I said, you know what? Somebody has to be willing to break the cycle, and it's going to be me. All it takes is one person in the family to say, I'm not going to get involved in the negativity, the drama, the foolishness, the lies, the drama. I'm going to uplift you. And if I can't upbuild you, I'm going to leave you alone. Someone has to make a decision to say, no more negativity, no more negativity, no more drama. It's going to be about love. It's going to be about peace and prosperity. It's going to be about elevation and personal growth. We're going to be accountable to one another. We're going to set boundaries and respect one another. And that's what you have to do when you're trying to be positive. That's what you have to do. You have to break down. You have to sometimes break changes. You have to change your thinking and your mindset to say, we don't have to be negative all the time. We don't have to be at each other's backs and necks. We can give each other room and space. You don't have to always be on one another. But that's something that's a learned behavior. You have to learn the lesson. You have to actually learn what does people in your life actually want. And that's very important. But you have to be there hearing your mind and wanting to shift. So, next point, how do we become positive in a negative world? Point number three, have a sense of humor. Oftentimes when we're going through situations and you're so upset about what's going on in your life, you're taking your life too serious. Learn to laugh. Sometimes laugh at your own self. I know I do. I'm not perfect. I have flaws. I don't always do the right thing, and I don't let this life get to me. And I say that to all of you motivators as well. Don't let this life get you down. Don't let other people tell you who you are. Don't let society, don't let whatever your past, don't let whatever is going on in your finances be the deciding factor of your worth. Your totality, your elevation, and your personal growth is not tied in who you were. It's about who you are today. And today, am I choosing to be better? Today, am I choosing to grow up, to be mature, to have the conversations, to not take things so seriously? And do you have a sense of humor? Having a sense of humor, learning to laugh at yourself and also looking at other people and giving people the benefit of the doubt. That takes a lot of maturity. Many times we jump to the conclusion and think that we know everything, all the details, and you just don't know. Don't assume somebody has tried to do something to you to harm you, to hurt your feelings, when it's most likely not even about you. People are on their own level, dealing with their own lives, and it has nothing to do with their have this personal vendetta to get against you. They're trying to hurt your feelings, they're trying to get you down, and it has nothing to do with you. Sometimes we need to ask some questions. How can I help you? How can I assist you? Sometimes a person is carrying such a heavy weight and load that they don't know how to be there and support one another. Could we show people some compassion, some empathy, some love, just some personal concern? This is how we can be positive as well. Don't get so uptight. Don't jump to a conclusion. Don't think you know a person's situation. Even if you do know that person, you don't know their current circumstances and what is going on in their head, in their heart, in their physical person, and in their spirit. You don't know what that person could be encountering. So, could we be more kind? Yeah, we could be more kind. Could you be more patient? Yes, you could be more patient. Could we be more loving? Yes, we could all do those things. All of that is not going to just promote our being positive, but it will help another person to be positive as well. So here's another point. How can we be more positive in this negative world? Point number four, practice positive self talk. Now, what is positive self talk? It's the way that we talk to ourselves. How do you talk to yourself? Do you tell yourself, I can do great things. I can do something amazing. I love myself. I'm phenomenal. I forgive myself. I respect myself. It's the conversations that you say to yourself. I can do this. I'm smart enough. I can get through. Just keep on going. Don't give up. We have to practice that in order to stay positive in a negative world. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? Welcome. It's so important for us to practice positive self talk. If we don't talk to ourselves in a positive manner, if you don't talk to yourself in a positive manner, you cannot expect other people to give that to you. You have to be the one to make a decision to say, I'm going to be positive regardless. I'm going to be positive regardless, no matter what, and I know that it's not easy when we're going through situations and when you're bombarded with life and problems and issues and drama and people try to drag you through the mud. drag your name through the mud, especially on social media. People can be so unkind, mean, evil, all of those things. That's why every day you wake up, you have to prepare your mind. You have to prepare your mind for battle. Every day you go to battle. And if you don't have on the armor of your mind, that I know my worth, I know my worth, regardless, regardless of what other people say, regardless of who likes me, loves me, dislikes me, is jealous of me. It's about me. Thank you so much, Michael. It's about me, and it's about you as well. It's about you as well. See, you have to go into this world not expecting for people to be there to support you, but you have to be in this world with a firm foundation, knowing your purpose, knowing your worth, knowing your focus. What am I here to do? What am I here to be? And then be that unapologetically, regardless of who likes you and whatever, because people are always going to say something. People are always going to be more takers than givers. And we have to be ready for that every day. Every single day, we have to be ready. We have to be ready to battle in this world. Every day you go outside, there's going to be people looking at you some type of way, talking about you, trying to start drama with you. Sometimes it's your own family, it's your children, significant other. We are getting bombarded in every angle, on social media, on the TV, this and that. Always, there's always things being fired at us. But are you ready? Are you prepared? Do you have your mind ready? How is your mindset? See, we're going to talk about this in the next point. To be positive in a negative world, you must surround yourself with positive people. If you surround yourself with people who are negative, they're not doing anything, they're lazy, they're unmotivated, all they do is complain, but they never make any changes, you will become that. Now, we can't be any different than the people around you. What does the saying go? Show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. That is so true. If you are around people who are low vibrational, low energy, negative, never trying to do anything new, always complaining about the past, always complaining about other people, listen, if you're always around people who are never trying to elevate, they're never trying to grow, they're always talking about what happened to them. And I'm not saying that some things that happen to us are not things that we shouldn't be upset about, things we shouldn't confront and talk about, but we can't stay there. You can't stay in the negative space. You can't stay in what happened to you 5 years ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, when X, Y, and Z did this, or when you did that and you didn't make the best decision. See, you got to forgive not only yourself, but you got to forgive other people so that you can go out and be your best self. See, we can't be our best self operating in a negative space, operating unhealed. Now, I can only say that because I experienced that. For so many years, I was in this world every day, waking up angry with an attitude, complaining, jealous of other people. And how come my life isn't this? And how come my life isn't that? We cannot get until we are. See, you get out of this life where you're vibrating. So if you're vibrating in a negative space, guess what? All you're going to get is negativity. But the moment you start making decision, I choose to love myself, I choose to love other people, I choose to respect other people, I choose to give, then you're going to start getting back those same things. You're going to start getting back. So put out the positive energy and you will receive it. Hi, Esad. How are you doing? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you and everybody who's in the chat. Yes, we have to surround ourselves with positive people. And it's not just in your real life around your relatives. I mean, anybody that pulls energy from you. It's the TV, it's what you're listening to. It's about what goes into your ear gates, and that's what goes into your mind gates, because the things that you listen to is the things you think about, and the things you think about is who you become. So who are you at this very moment? Are you strong? Do you know your worth? Are you manifesting? Are you living up to the potential that you're made to be? Or are you sitting and waiting for this alternate universe to come your way? See, things aren't going to happen to us in our life until we're actually ready. See, you have to be ready. You have to put in the work. You have to love yourself and you have to make a choice every day you wake up, even sometimes throughout the day, even when ugliness, bitterness, drama, foolishness comes my way. I choose to have a positive reaction. See, we can't do anything about the way other people act, but what we can do is focus on our reaction. How do I react to it? There are some times where you don't have to say nothing, especially when you know it's not going to be well received, especially if you know you're doing with somebody who's low vibrational, especially. Hey, Sugar Love, how you doing, sis? Welcome. Especially when you know you're around somebody that is not growing. Hey, Keith, how are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Happy Wednesday. Especially when you're around somebody that does not elevate you, somebody that does not help you to grow. You can't change them. You can't make people be happy for themselves. They have to make a choice to say, I'm going to be happy for myself. I'm going to make good decisions for myself. I'm going to manifest. I'm going to go for my dreams. I'm going to be who I am made to be. Now, I know that that's not easy. Every single day, it takes courage. It takes courage every day to step into your shoes of strength, of elevation, personal growth, to keep a smile on your face. And people don't understand that every day you wake up and you put a smile on your face, you don't smile because you don't have problems. You smile because you choose to look back and look what I endured. Look how strong I am. Look how courageous I am. Look what I have overcome. And I'm still here today. And I celebrate every single one of you motivators that has the courage to rise up over and over again when it's difficult, over and over again when it's hard trying to hustle and grind for the money, dealing with your children, spouse, significant other, friends, negativity, doubt, especially even sometimes the things that come to our own mind. What are some things that come into your mind? We don't always think the most positive things about ourselves. We don't always think that we're a great person when we are. And I know many of you are very kind, very loving, and actually we give too much. Yes, there is a thing of being too kind, just like the video that I uploaded today. You can be kind but with discernment. We have to be discerning. We have to discern that, okay, this is not a person that I can help because they don't want to help themselves. A person cannot fully depend on you for everything. You can assist people from time to time when you're able to, but you should never have people who are depending on you 100% into thinking, I have to. You must. No, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything but be yourself. There is power in the word no. See, and that's a very, very, very strong position to be in. It's a very courageous position to be in when you tell people no and you mean it. No, I'm not going to let you control me. No, I'm not going to show up to do things that I don't want to do. That's not within my purpose, that I cannot afford. It does not make you a less than person. It means that I am a person that knows what I deserve, the way I deserve to be treated, the way I deserve to be respected. And if you have people around you in your life that do not respect you, they don't deserve to have you. That's real talk right there. Let's go to point number 6. We have to identify things that take away from you feeling positive. What are some things that take away from us staying positive? We may be overstressed, not sleeping, overwhelmed, Doing too much, as Gio's grandson says, doing the most. Sometimes we do too much for others, but we're not getting back. We're not receiving, and I have to say that, motivators, we it's very important to love others and be kind and be giving. That's great. But at the same time, have a boundary with that. I give, but I also receive I deserve to get back too. It's not always financial, but even someone just calling, "Hey, how you doing?" Getting a letter, getting an email, a text message. There's many ways that people can give back to us support. Just checking on you. I just want to know if all was well. If you cannot get that back, then those are really not good people for us. And we tend to think that people who show up means that we equate that with love. They love me because I show up. No, sometimes people show up to be around us because they know you're going to give financially. They know you're going to be able to be some benefit, maybe giving them a ride, maybe giving them advice, but they have an agenda. They have a motive, and we have to pay attention that if we have people in our life and all they're ever doing is subtracting, all they're ever doing is taking from us, taking advantage of us, we're the ones that have to put up the stop sign and say no. Okay? We do. We have to say no. We have to stop allowing people to take advantage of us and be disrespectful. Okay. So, what does it mean? It means that we have to pay attention about setting boundaries. How many of us we say no and we mean it? I know for many, many years, I used to always say no, but I said no, still hesitant. Oh, and if I said no, I would feel guilty. I would feel ashamed when I knew I could financially afford to do things, or when I knew that I wasn't doing anything. Just because people invite us to things or ask us for things or want us to do things, it doesn't mean we should. It's nothing wrong with if you want to relax or you have plans or you don't have plans. You don't have to always show up for other people, especially for people that don't support us, people don't care about us, people we know that are using us. Now, let's have a moment of transparency and honesty, motivators. We know of the certain individuals, I know I do, that we know that all they're doing is taking from me. All they're doing is using me. But we give ourselves this kind of notion, this idea in our head that they care about us. We kind of convince ourselves that people really care about us and are here for us, and they're not. They care nothing about us, they care nothing about you. And it takes a lot of maturity for us to say that. I know that you're only here to use me. So, what are you going to do about it? See, that's the hard part. When you realize that somebody is here, but we realize they're not here to help. They're only here to use. They're here to steal. They're here to take. They're here to be jealous of you. They're here to find out your business. They're here to spread your business. You never know why people are in your life, but if you pay attention, you'll find out why. Not all the time, people who say the word they love you actually mean it. Many times they say, I love you with conditions. And love should not have conditions on it. People should love you just because you exist, just because of who you are. That's it. They shouldn't want anything else but that from you. They love you just because you are who you are. Okay. That's real talk right there. People should love you just because you are who you are. So we have to go about setting those boundaries. How do we do that? Number one is saying no to things that we don't like, things that we can't afford, things that is not in our lane, things that is not our talent, our gift. For me, I call that my, you know, what has been downloaded on the inside of me from God, or to whatever you believe in spiritually. Um, but we have to tap into that. Hey, Maria, how are you doing? Welcome. We have to tap into our own potential and worth and know that. Okay. I can set a boundary, and boundaries are not only important for others, but it's important for ourselves. You have to set boundaries. Number one, so that people will know, okay, this is how I want to be treated. This is what I deserve. This is what makes them happy, and this is what doesn't. When we put out there our thoughts, we tell people this is as far as I'm going to go. Then they know once they go that far, then what do we do? Okay? When someone goes all the way to the that line of scrimmage, right? They come all the way to the border, and you be like, that's as far as you go. This is all I'm going to do. Then, do you stand up for yourself as a grown and mature woman or a grown and mature man and say, no more? I'm not doing anymore. See, many times when we go for it and we tell people how we feel, and that does take a lot of courage. I know it does. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you that has the courage to speak up for yourself and to maintain that. It's not easy because we love people and we care about them, but the same people that we love and we care about, they're not loving and caring about us back. So, in setting boundaries, we remind ourselves of our worth. We remind ourselves every single time I tell somebody no, or every single time I tell somebody I'm going to pass on that, whether it's a business deal, whether it's whatever the case may be. We have to know ourselves. That's not within what I like to do. That's not a part of my value system. Every time I do that, I give myself a high five because I didn't always have that. I didn't always have that and step into knowing that I can say no. I can tell people I don't want to do that, and I'm not worried about the repercussions. I'm not worried about, well, what if they don't talk to me anymore? What if they get mad at me? It's not about other people, it's about ourselves. And if we don't put on our own oxygen mask, if we don't restore ourselves, plug in and recharge and reset, what are we going to have to give to others? See, I had to learn that for myself until I knew myself, until I set boundaries and allowed myself to say, you know what? You can take a day off. You can take a vacation. You can spend some of your money and do some things that you want to do for yourself. You deserve to do some good things for yourself too. A lot of times when we are so busy doing for others, we forget about ourselves. I know I've done it many times. Forget about myself. Everybody will be asking you, give out everything you have, and then you're like, man. And sometimes we actually really are in need of something, and you already gave away everything, or you did everything for everybody, and now you have no strength in your physical body to do anything good for yourself. So that's where those boundaries come in. So, yes, in the beginning, when we start to set boundaries with people, especially people who we have enabled, it may be difficult. There may be a little bit of discomfort. There may be they're getting upset, they're getting angry, and how come? They'll question why. And this is when you have to be firm. I'm no longer going to do X, Y, and Z. You're going to have to take care of yourself. You're going to have to learn to be independent. Speak up for yourself, set those boundaries. Not only are you going to feel good because you stood up for yourself and you spoke about your boundaries, you're going to be less tired because you're not wasting your time, your effort, your energy, or your money on things you don't need to do. Okay. Set those boundaries, motivators. See, when we set boundaries, we show we respect ourselves. Even if a person doesn't like you, even if a person is mad that you said no to something, all people can ever do, they can't change that you respect yourself. They may not like you, but they're going to respect you. Mhm. They sure will. Maria says, yes, indeed. I definitely agree. And Sugar Love says, yes. So, this is the last point, motivators, and how we can be positive in a negative world. So we may need to check ourselves. This is the part that we don't like. We don't like talking about self evaluation. Sometimes we get into situations that we just keep allowing ourselves to be negative when we have to say, you know what? I'm doing the best that I can. When you know that you're doing all you can, when you know you're giving it your all, you're trying your hardest, don't beat yourself up for life. Life is hard for so many people right now, financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Everybody has issues. There's nobody on this earth that is perfect. There's nobody that is void of problems. We all have issues and difficulties, but we also have to check ourselves. Do we put ourselves down? Do you tell yourself, "Oh, that was stupid," or are you still haven't forgiving yourself for whatever decision that you made, that maybe you feel, "I shouldn't have done that, I should have done that," and you keep rehashing it in your mind, when it's time for us to say, "I gotta get over this. I got to get past this. It's time for me to release this, and it's time for me to let it go." See, we must check ourselves. We must check ourselves, because nobody's going to check you until you check yourself. Nobody's going to make you feel happy until you make a decision. Yeah, I know that from personal experience. Until I made a decision to say, "I'm going to be happy," I couldn't. The same thing. If you make a choice to say, "I'm going to be negative," you will be. Everything, it starts here in your mind. And if here in your mind you make a decision, "I'm going to be at peace." Yes, and you will be. When you make a decision, "I'm going to be happy," regardless of everything. See, I had to learn that my happiness was not dependent on this, how much of this, how much friends you have, how much status you have on social media, how much clicks, how much views. No, it has nothing to do with any of that. My peace, my joy, me receiving myself and being self-aware and loving myself has everything to do with, how do I feel about myself? Do I love me? Am I my own friend? See, and until you make a decision to say, "I love me. I love the skin I'm in. I love my own thoughts. I'm somebody. I have some worth." Even if other people around you don't see your worth, as long as you know it. That's what's important. That's it. That's all that is important. As long as you know your worth, that's what it's all about. And we have to make those choices every single day. I know my worth. I'm going to check myself. And also, in checking ourselves, is checking in from time to time. Am I resting well? Am I taking care of my physical appearance? How am I eating? All of that goes to our overall well being. We cannot be well if we don't treat ourselves well. Are you drinking enough water? Are you seeing, whatever it is that your doctor advises? I'm not a doctor and I'm not giving medical advice, but I am just making a suggestion that if we don't take care of ourselves, we cannot be okay. No. We got to put our own oxygen mask on. We have to make sure we're doing what we need to do so that we can be happy. And sometimes that means maybe you need to take a few days off of work. Maybe you need to turn off your phone sometimes. Set those boundaries. Check your own self. You don't always have to be available for everyone. And that's something that I had to learn for myself. We cannot be available just because a person wants to call or is used to us being available 100% of the time for them. Mm-mm, that doesn't work. I have to be unavailable to them so that I could be available to me. And that's real. And so I made a decision to say, "I'm going to show up for me. I'm going to show up. I'm going to show out. I'm going to check on my mental health. I'm going to check on my physical health. I'm going to do what I need to do so that I can be okay." Because we can't be positive in this negative world if we don't make better decisions and be accountable. When you do something that you shouldn't have done, check yourself. Why did I do that? Why did I make that decision? And own it. Take ownership of it. Okay, I did that. That wasn't the best decision. And we're going to move past that. And I forgive myself and we're going to move forward. See, forgiving yourself is essential to being positive. We cannot be positive until we show up in this world healed. You have to make that choice. You have to make the choice to let go. You have to make the choice to be free. You have to make the choice to say, "I choose to be at peace." Even if other people in your life are not peaceable, you can make a choice to say, "But I keep my peace." But I do. You can be miserable, you can be nasty, you can complain, you can be jealous, you can hate yourself, you can hate me, but nobody is going to make me hate myself. Nobody is going to stop me from using my gifts. Nobody. See, we give people permission. We give people too much power over us. We have to stop giving people power over our mind. We give people too much control. We let people get inside of us when they say things and we listen to it and receive it. We're thinking about it, we're stewing on it. Give that back to people. When people show up and you know that it's not true, you know it's a lie, or you know whatever. Who cares what other people have to say about you? What another person has to say about you is none of your business. Leave them over there. Go out there and live your life. Be yourself. Be unapologetic. That's something that I had to learn. And as the older that I get, the more I elevate, the more I mature, the more I love myself, the more I learn how to be my own best friend. Okay. When you learn how to be your own best friend, there's certain things that is not optional. Respect is not is something I'm not going to compromise on. You will respect me or you will get blocked, or you will not be a part of my life, or you will not know my business. All of those things. Until we make a decision to be our own friend, to respect ourselves, to set boundaries, to love ourselves, and to do all of those things. Until we do that, we can't be positive. There's no way we could be positive in a negative world until we make a decision to say, I'm going to be positive. Now, I want to dedicate this last 10 minutes to talking about every single one of us. Now, I don't know you all, you don't know me. But one thing that I have to say is everybody has been through something. And I want somebody in the chat to say, I've been through something. If you've been through a time where people have talked about you, people have stabbed you in the back, people have been jealous of you, people have manipulated you, people have used you, people have cheated on you, people have tried to destroy your character, people have tried to physically assault you, people have tried everything to get you down. But what they don't know what you're made of. They don't know about your strength. They don't know about your passion. They don't know about the reason why you were made to be here. See, that's what people don't know. People don't know. People don't know about the elevation. People don't know about your reason and your purpose for existing. See, every single one of us is here for a reason. Every single one of us has a purpose. Yes, you do. Every single one of you has a purpose. Every single one. It's not about waiting for other people to accept you and receive you. The question is, do you receive yourself? That's the question. Do you receive yourself? Do you know yourself? Do you love yourself? What is your reason for being here? What is your reason? See, if more people would get into that part, get into knowing themselves, get into loving themselves, get into using their gifts, getting to forgiving themselves and letting themselves be free. Hi, Shonda. How are you doing? Welcome. Let yourself be free, motivators. Let yourself be free. Free yourself from the things that you cannot change. Free yourself from the mistakes that you made. Free yourself from the mistakes that other people made, the people who hurt you and harmed you, the people who talked about you like a dog, the people who didn't appreciate you, the people who backstabbed you. Forgive them all so that you can experience peace and freedom, so that you can be positive, so that you can have joy in your life. See, I'm talking to somebody on today because I know there's somebody out there that needs to forgive. Maybe it was your mother, it was your father, your aunt, your cousin, sibling, your child, your significant other, your husband, your wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, your friend, quote unquote, a job, or maybe some situation in your life that happened and it didn't go the way you wanted. See, I want you to forgive all of it. See, and until you make a decision to say, I'm going to forgive everything that came into my life that brought me pain, everything that that was outside of who I am. I forgive all of it so that I can be my best self. See, we have to forgive other people. We have to forgive situations and issues and all of it. We have to forgive all of it so that we can be our best self. See, I want every single one of you to be your best self. I want you to recognize the potential that is inside of you. It's inside of us, but we have to draw it up just like a well. You got to draw up your potential. You got to draw up your worth. You got to draw up your strength. You got to draw up everything so that you can stand into your own strength and your own power using your gifts. Go out there every single day when you wake up to when you're going home. Use your gifts. Be free. Be positive, love yourself. Don't let the world, don't let what's going on the outside, don't let what other people think about you be what you think about yourself. See, every day we have to make a choice to say, I choose me. I choose me. I choose to love myself. I choose to be my own friend. I choose to be happy. I choose to do the right thing for myself. I choose to set boundaries even when other people don't like them. I choose to put good out there even when people are not doing good to me. See, what goes around comes around. I will tell you that. No matter it's the people who did the cause you the most pain, cause you the most hurt. Don't worry about those people. Their time is coming. What you do to somebody, it always comes back. Trust and believe. I used to be in that space where I was so angry, so mad, crying all the time, angry all the time. Like, why? When you feel like when you're a good person, when we get taken advantage of, we get used, we don't get treated the way that we deserve. And it hurts. It hurts when we don't get what we deserve, when we don't get what we want. And it seems like our life isn't going the way we planned it. But guess what? But you're still here. But you're still here. But you're still here. You have to keep telling yourself, but I'm still here. Even the times where so much situations happen, maybe health problems, you didn't know how you were going to pay a bill, people left you, took advantage of you, disrespected you, thought you were going to fall flat on your face, but you're still here. You've rise above the ashes. See, people were expecting you to crash and burn, stay down there and give up, but you didn't. People expect that. People expect when you go through some situations and difficulties for you to wallow in the sadness. And no, we're not wallowing in our sadness. Yes, you have your time where you're sad and you shed a tear, you're upset, you talk about it, and then you allow yourself to move on. I allow myself to be free. And I say that to all of you motivators. Allow yourself to be free. Allow yourself to be healed. Allow yourself to go to the next level that is meant to be for you. For you, not your kids, this person, that person, other people in your life, for you. For you. See, each of us was designed for a reason and a purpose. And it's time that we stop looking what other people are doing. Who's jealous of us, who likes us, who doesn't like us, what we have, and focus on the external things when we need to be focusing on our inside. Am I healed? Am I happy? Am I at peace? Do I love myself? Am I my own friend? And when we make a decision to say, I choose me every single day I wake up, I choose me. I choose to love myself. I choose to forgive. I choose to use my gifts. I choose to let peace be my dominating quality. See, even if other people do not choose peace, even if they choose to be jealous, even if they choose to be angry, don't let them change you. Don't let them shift your focus. Don't. Remember, we can't control other people's actions, but what can we control, motivators? Our reaction. Control your reaction and be your best self. I'm Marlene of Marlene Motivates, and you've tuned into your dose of positivity. I appreciate every single one of you that came through, that gave a like, and those that watched in the replay. Shout out to my Motivators Replay gang. I appreciate every single one of you. And to anybody who needed to hear this message about being positive in a negative world, keep going. Don't let other people control you. That's right, Shonda. Don't let other people control you. Take your peace back. Be yourself, and the right people will show up and show out for you. The people who leave your life, you didn't need them. You just thought you did. Elevate, and grow. I'm Marlene. I'm the content creator for Marlene Motivates. And on this channel, I talk about motivation, inspiration, positivity, life lessons, mindset shifting, all things positive. We're all about the positive vibes. And if you have come this far and you have not subscribed already, please subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notifications and shout out to all of my my moderators. I couldn't think of the word. Shout out to all my moderators. Check out all my moderators. They all have awesome content, and I appreciate every single one of them. Shout out also to my channel members. We're going to do a member only live. We do member only lives on Mondays. We just finished up the empowerment conference. If you missed any of that, please check out the replay. It's a playlist of all of the empowerment conference on my community tab. I appreciate every single one of you. And you know what we say over here, motivators. Let's say it. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life. I am Marlene, and I am your motivator. Keep your head up, keep on going, be positive. Remember, it starts with you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Everybody, have a great rest of your day. Shout out to the mods, the members, and to all of my new subscribers. Keep your head up, everybody.